Okay, so we've only got 2 more weeks, inshallah, for Ramadan, almost 2 weeks. So I want to make sure I remind everyone, give you the opportunity to take advantage of this special blessing. The masjid, as you know, will be hosting the iftars on the weekends, Friday and Saturday, for all 4 weekends during Ramadan. You have the opportunity to sponsor those iftar dinners and pay. It's approximately $12.50 per person. You can sponsor 1 person or 100 people. We typically expect about 400 people. Cost is about $5,000 if you want to do the entire event, or you can do 1. Take advantage of this. When you feed a fasting person to break their fast, you will earn the reward of their fast, and they will not lose anything from their reward. So please take advantage of that. We have a few more options available, a few more days available. We do have Life Relief USA outside. Please see them at their table on the way out. Our Khatib will tell you more. And also today, Yaya's Pizza is here once again. Please support our brother, our local business, and parts of the proceeds goes to the masjid, inshallah. And finally, our Imam today, Dr. Alansari, flew in from Seattle, from the rainy weather there to the rainy weather here, just to be with us. So please pay attention and give him your full attention, inshallah. Oh, family night, unfortunately, we sent this out in the newsletter, was scheduled for tonight, but due to this weather and all the plans we had for outdoor activities, as you know, we usually try to do things for the kids outside. We've had to postpone that, so more details we'll figure out after Ramadan when we're going to do something nice for Eid, inshallah. But tonight's family night event has been postponed. Assalamu alaikum.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله رضينا بالله ربًا وبالإسلام دينًا وبمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم نبيًا ورسولا هاديًا ومبشرًا ونذيرًا وداعيًا إلى الله بإذنه وسراجًا منيرًا My dear brothers and sisters, if I am not mistaken, this is my second visit to this masjid. The first one probably about 20 years ago. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala facilitate the way to come to you. And it is very important, my dear brothers and sisters. I am very happy to see the situation here, and the congregation is growing. And I came all the way from Seattle. I was asked by a relief organization to address to you about certain issues. But before that, let me share with you a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, a very authentic one, which is really the topic of the Jum'ah. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول في الحديث الصحيح: إن قامت الساعة وفي يد أحدكم فسيلة فاستطاع ألا تقوم أن يغرسها فليغرسها فإن له بذلك أجر. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, he said, if the hour comes and in the hand of any one of you, with no specification, young, old, and in the hand of any one of you, a palm seedling, a small plant, and he has the chance, the opportunity, the time to plant it, and you will be rewarded. One of the most important things about this beautiful religion, it is its simplicity and its the practicality. There is nothing hard in it. There is nothing difficult in it. And all of the requirement in it, it is nothing of theory, or you can theorize it. It is always carries an aspect of doing. The Prophet ﷺ he was very, very keen to indicate to the Muslims through the history of life that they are, and they are only positive element on earth if they really do understand the message of Islam, the way it is revealed to him sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nobody else can be more positive and more practical than the Muslim if he realized what is his duty on earth, and if he realized the trust he accepted and in-shouldered it by becoming a Muslim. That's it. I am talking about the positive, the concept of being positive. There is a lot of negative things in life. And sometimes people find that the easiest way is to escape from being very effective and very powerful and very positive, going through the excuses, and in order to get yourself out from doing what you're supposed to do. The Prophet ﷺ, when you look to his life, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, in every step he took, in every corner he turned, in every situation he faced, in every obstacle he overcome, he is always being optimistic, and he is positive. Never. He never resigned his post, he never retreat, he never give up, he never pull away. He is always determined to continue the way he's supposed to do it by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He summoned his life in this beautiful hadith. And I like to share it with you, break it down in segments. You know, sometimes, my dear brothers and sisters, we find excuses in the environment around us, the difficulties we might face, the hardship we might encounter. Oh, it is so tough. Yes, I know it is tough. But that doesn't mean you have to give up. That doesn't mean you have to lose hope. That doesn't mean you have to be pessimistic. You have to be the Muslims who change the world. Be the Muslims who lead the rest of humanity to the right path. The Prophet ﷺ in this hadith, he said, if the hour comes, and when you read about the hour in the Quran on the hadith, the terrifying moment, was shaking everybody. Nobody realized what's going on. And the Quran make it very, very clear in one simple ayah. يوم تضع كل ذات حمل حملها وترى الناس سكارى وما هم بسكارى ولكن عذاب الله شديد. When you see the people are very confused and every woman lose her child, pregnant woman, and the people in a total chaotic situation, indeed the punishment and the wrath of Allah is very, very severe. When you realize the terrific, the horrible moment of the hour, the Prophet ﷺ said, if you are in this situation and in your hand a palm seedling which take years in order to grow, he said, if you are in this situation under these circumstances, never, 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 never be a negative person, be a positive, a planted, and you will be rewarded. And we can ask a very legitimate question. At that time, at this moment, who is going to take care of it? Who is going to watch for it? Am I going to see the fruit? And all these probably, it might sound a legitimate questions, but the Prophet ﷺ tried to teach us something very, very important. That the end result is not in your hand. In your hand, you can dig the soil. In your hand, you can plant the plant. In your hand, to water the plant. But it is not in your hand to give life to the plant. It is in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is the biggest lesson we have to know. Don't do this, brother. What is the benefit of it? Don't go this way. Why we are doing this class? Why we are unfortunately, which is very sad, there are among us people who doesn't like to do being positive. Is always looking to the negative point in everything. Why you are building a school? Why you are doing this? Who is? And then the other question comes, Akhi, leave it. You have a family, you have a business, you have a kids, you have a school. Why you are bothering yourself by helping this and going there and participating? This is all the whispers of the shaitan. There is no more circumstances, my dear brothers and sisters, more than what the Prophet ﷺ described in the hadith. Whether it is economical or social or whatever. Whenever you see that, I saw some brothers, oh, you know, this is very difficult. It is hard. The economy is falling. So what? So honestly, so what? What is going to affect? You know what's going on. You can prepare yourself. You can look forward. You can change your plan. You can change your circumstances, and you can move. The circumstances on you is not going to hinder you from doing good. It's not going to hinder you from moving forward. It's not going to make you to lose hope, to lose faith, to know. So this is the first lesson. The end result in everything, it is in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is the reason when you read in the Quran, my dear brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never mentioned the end of your result. Is always mentioned what labor you did, what pursue you did. وَأَنْ لَيْسَ لِلْإِنسَانِ إِلَّا مَا سَعَى. He's not going to ask you whether you have reached your destiny or not. You will be responsible whether you spend the time, the energy, the effort in order to reach your destiny. Whether you reach it or not, that's not the issue. The issue is whether you are really understand your place on earth and your mission and how to execute it and how to march forward. So this is one concept. We have to think about it very, very deeply. This, a very simple example, this masjid, you can't take it, all the new masjid. I've been here in this country for the last 50 years. I used to live in Seattle, I'm still living in Seattle. We used to have one single masjid. We now have over 25 masjid. And all the time you hear, why you are building Akhi this? Why you are, no Akhi, if I can do something good, let me do it. And I believe there are so many who really participate in establishing this is no longer among us. Probably they left. But they did what they supposed. They planned the seed, palm seedling. And it grow and bear fruit and take it. The second portion of the hadith, he said, planted and he will be rewarded. And we grew up. I am one of you, my dear brother. Don't think I am criticizing. But sometimes facing the reality is very painful. And it's very, very hard to people realize that we are not doing what we're supposed to do. He said, planted and he will be rewarded. The reward to us is something we can recognize it. We can feel it. We can touch it. A flag on the wall, a pat on the shoulder. A great job, brother. A nice job, sister. This is all wonderful. I am not criticizing because the Prophet ﷺ did praise the goodness in the people. Did mention the good quality among his Sahaba. This is part. But the Prophet ﷺ tried to teach us that the real reward, the real recognition, when you come to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will see your reward there. It is the Qiyamah, and He asks you to plant it and you will be rewarded. It is what is settled with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. With your sincere intention, with your sincere feeling to do things, and raise your hand to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the reward is already recorded. Don't worry about it. Whether people recognize you or not, this is not the issue. Whether the people see in you the quality or not, this is no issue. We are doing everything for Him, not for anybody. Not to be praised, which is fine, and not to get certificate of appreciation. No. My dear brothers, the hadith might sound to you a little bit abstract, but let me take about 2 or 3 examples from the life of the Prophet ﷺ himself. He stayed in Mecca 13 years, facing all kinds of difficulties and hardship. He was abused and hurt verbally and even hurt physically. He can say easily, oh God, I am tired. I've been spending 13 years. There is no hope. Take this religion. I am retired. I am resigned. I am leaving that. I give up. The Prophet never did that. With all the hardship he faced, with all the difficulties, with everything, he kept the positive element within himself and showed it to his companion. He kept it all the way. He kept the faith in Allah that things will be changed. He kept the hope in Allah. Allah will bring a new dawn, a beautiful one next day. He all the time thought being a positive And when the angels came to him, sent by Allah, that, oh Muhammad, let collapse the mountains of Mecca over those kuffar. What is his answer, my dear brothers? He said, okay, welcome. He said, no, I pray to Allah that some of their offspring will come and worshiping Allah alone. He is so faithful and full with hope and optimism. He never give up, my dear brothers and sisters. And then when that was the difficulties, he never surrendered to the circumstances. He never sat in his home. Yes, we do need to plan. We do need to organize. We do need to see our sources. This is required. Don't think about it. We cannot just do something randomly and Allah. No, Allah asks us to pursue, to labor. But when he saw these difficulties and he got the permission to migrate, and migrate from Mecca to the Medina is not an easy trip with an AC car with a nice ride. No, it was over 400, 500 kilometers of burning sand and difficulties. But he prepared himself. He can easily say, oh my God, this is a long, long trip. I might lose my way. Quraysh might chase me. I might be killed. I. Let me sit down. I am forgetting about that. I am not going to take this alternative. Forget it. But when he looked at it, that this is the only alternative to him to move, he took the guide. I mean, if somebody tried to analyze in the management the trip of the Prophet ﷺ and his preparation to reach the Medina, it is a very, very high class lesson in management. He took every single precaution, every single step he really counted in order to make his journey successful. And when he did with that, he raised his hand to Allah. Oh Allah, I did what you asked me to do. It's up to you, which is the end result. To make our journey success, it's up to you to make it a failure. He didn't say, I am not going to the Medina until I guarantee I will be there. He took the initiative, he managed his resources, and did everything required, and turned to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless him in his journey. And Allah make it the victorious, beautiful trip when arrived to the Medina, the beginning of the Islamic State. And let me give you the last example from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In Uhud, we read Uhud all the time, we think about it. Kuffar, Quraysh, Muslim, this. No, akhi, there is a great lesson behind it, or there are great lessons behind it. When he faced, he didn't choose. When he faced that he has to engage in this battle, even though the Quraysh and the Kuffar outnumber him and more equipped than him, 1 to 3, but when he put in these circumstances, he never resigned his post, he never retreat, he never withdraw, he never give up, he never said we are going to lose, he never said this, we are unable, we are. He managed his forces, he managed the Muslim army, and everyone took his place, and he stand up in his tent, raising his hand to Allah. Oh Allah, we did what you asked us to do. It is up to you to give us victory. It is up to you to give us defeat. Not to our ability. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it the great victorious battle in the life of the Muslims. My dear brothers and sisters, we have to approach everything, whether we have difficulties, hardship, sickness, you name it. This is life. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Balad, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي كَبَدٍ. It is part of your life to struggle. It is not a rosy road. It is not something you have to, yes, we like to have a comfort situation, but it is life. It is a trial process, day after day after day after day, to see your commitment to Allah, your engagement in carrying the message, to show your attitude, to show how you can manage. My dear brothers and sisters, let me just give you one example, not from a recent. If we want to search the history, there are so many examples really reflecting this hadith. Muhammad al-Fatih, the one who conquered Constantinople, he was 21 years old. And if you ask our youth what they know about this, they know who is the best ball player, which I'm not to criticize. Sport is a great way to learn so many things. But Muhammad al-Fatih, when he faced with this difficulty, the same group which we find them everywhere in every generation, they came to whisper to him, forget about it. There is no hope. People will try it before you. You are wasting your time. You are this, you are this. Those, I call them, whatever you want to call them, my dear brothers and sisters. Those who enjoy doing nothing. And then Muhammad al-Fatih answered them very, very simple. He said, that's fine. They did try it before. It is my turn, let me try it. As simple as that. It is my turn, let me try it. Let me see where they fell short, and if I can really adjust it. And he did that and raised his hand to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it a victory. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed him with that. My dear brothers and sisters, we are all in the same boat. We are Muslims, we cannot live as an individuals. If each one of us live as an island, we will sink one after the other. But if we live all together, we were raised all together to a higher horizon and a great life, and we can lead the rest of the humanity to that. I hope I deliver something of use or useful. If I fell short, I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive me. I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept our deed and forget us. Ameen. Allahumma ameen. Do you have some water? Oh, Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala Sayyidi Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man tabi'ahu. My dear brothers and sisters, I am not a fundraiser in the sense, professional fundraiser. I am a retired university professor. But the people in the relief organization, they do ask me to come and speak, address the Muslims, show them the tragedy. And unfortunately, it is part of our life to face these hardships and difficulties. And one of them, you are very aware of it, very recent, the earthquake happened in Syria and Turkey. I'm not coming for this object, no. But at least to bring your mind that hardship and difficulty is part of life. It is not something exceptional or something optional. I am here coming for the orphans. And I have about 5 minutes left, inshallah. The number of the orphans around the globe, according to the UNICEF, which is the United Nations subcommittee which take care of the children, exceed 163 million orphans. 85% of those are in the Muslim countries. 85 of the 163 million are among the Muslims. And we are really, I did it almost every week whenever my health and my situation allowed me to go and address the people about that. We have a campaign to save the life of those beautiful people. We don't like to lose them to the street, to the corruption, and it's happened in so many countries, in so many areas. We don't like to put them under the pressure to lose their deen. They are beautiful, innocent. It is enough. They lost the year of their childhood. They are never livid. When you look to their faces, wallah, you cry, my dear brothers and sisters. Wallah, you will cry. My dear brothers and sisters, there is a hadith in the Prophet ﷺ which is very, very beautiful. The meaning of the hadith: if you welcome your brother with a smile, what is the psychological effect on him and on you? When someone welcomes you with an open arm, with a beautiful smile, what is the great feeling among yourself? Please, brothers and sisters, let us bring the smile to those little children. Let them feel the happiness of life. Let them not miss this beautiful life. It is enough. They lost their parents. They lost the people who really love them. Let's be the people who love them. Let's treat them like our children. Let's really present to them what to bring the smile back to their faces. My dear brothers and sisters, it is easy. Wallah, it is easy. It's not going to break your back. It's not going to break the bank. It's not going to do anything to you except it's going to raise your rank with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and bring the blessing to you and to your family. Please, my brothers and sisters, do your best. There is no specific orphan we are coming to collect today. There are some people outside with their brochures, with their credit card leader, because we follow the policy of this masjid. I cannot do fundraising inside the masjid, a live fundraising, which we do respect their decision, and we're very thankful to give us the chance to talk to you. But please, don't shut your eyes, turn your back, leave without thinking about that. Because we do have shelters, we do have roof above, we have food on our tables, we have clothes, and they don't have any of that. And we know about it, and it is our duty to be positive toward them. It is $55 a month to sponsor a child, $660 a year. We have about 29 or 30 countries which we have people working to take care of orphans. You can choose any country you like. Afghanistan, Pakistan, Syria, Iraq, whatever. But do it, akhi. And my last word to you, don't do it in the name of charity, please. do it in the name of duty. It is our responsibility. It is not something optional. It is a mandatory on us. It is obligation on us to do that. So please, brothers and sisters, do your best. We can, as I said, we can turn our back and leave. I deliver the message, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will guide everyone, inshaAllah, to the right path. I conclude with the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ just to give you another incentive. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول: من سن في الإسلام سنة حسنة فله أجرها وأجر من عمل بها إلى يوم القيامة أو كما قال صلى الله عليه وسلم. Anyone who established a good deed, he will be rewarded for establishing that deed, and he will get the reward if everyone followed him. And I hope every one of you take this hadith, put it on your heart, and show the people when you leave that you are the first one marching to donate for this sake. اللهم يا أرحم الراحمين ويا أكرم الأكرمين ويا رب السماوات والأرض ويا رب العرش العظيم، أسألك بأحب أسمائك إليك، اللهم يسر أمورنا يا أرحم الراحمين، واغفر ذنوبنا يا أرحم الراحمين، واصلح أحوالنا يا أرحم الراحمين، اللهم فرج هذه الهموم وأزل هذه الكروب، وتولنا برحمتك يا الله يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اجعلنا أبواب خير للمسلمين، اللهم وفقنا لطاعتك يا كريم، اللهم أحينا على طاعتك وأمتنا على طاعتك، وألحقنا بسيدنا النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في جنات النعيم. اللهم آمين يا أرحم الراحمين. Brothers, sisters, whenever I conclude my speech, I have one dua, different from the traditional dua. I will say it in Arabic, I will say it in English. اللهم يا أرحم الراحمين، يا من جمعت هذه النفوس هنا على طاعتك ومرضاتك، اللهم اجمعنا وإياهم وأهالينا وأولادنا وذرارينا في جنات النعيم يا أرحم الراحمين. Oh Allah, the same way you facilitate our gathering in this masjid, I pray to you that we all being gathered with our families, with our parents, with the people whom we love in the Jannah, inshaAllah. Allahumma ameen wa aqim as-salah.
الله أكبر الله أكبر، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن محمد رسول الله، حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح، قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة، الله أكبر الله أكبر، لا إله إلا الله.
خلاص. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الرحمن الرحيم، مالك يوم الدين، إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين، اهدنا الصراط المستقيم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. ما هو قانون بس يطلع برا. قانون يطلعوا الناس اوراق برا. اذا انت تسوي لي جمعه هنا الله تكسب اجرا. اذا تقول من يدفع 100 يدفع 200 يدفع 1000. اعملها ما خساره خساره.